Welcome to Tesla Stock Daily Drive, where we navigate through the financial ebbs and flows, bringing you the latest in market movements. I'm Dusty, your guide on this journey through the world of Tesla and beyond. Let's dive in. Today, June 2nd, 2025, was a mixed bag in the financial markets. Influenced by trade talks, new economic data, and speculation about central banks' next moves, the broader U.S. markets kicked off the month with slight gains. The S&P 500 nudged up by 0.4%, and the tech-driven Nasdaq climbed 0.7%. Even the Dow Jones managed a modest rise of 0.1%. All in all, a promising start, especially on the heels of a robust May, which marked the S&P and Nasdaq's best month in 2 years. But as is often the case, the waters weren't entirely calm. Trade tensions bubbled up again as China accused the U.S. of reneging on previous agreements. This backdrop added a layer of complexity to the financial landscape today. Notably, U.S. steelmakers had a standout performance, riding the announcement wave of increased tariffs on steel imports. Now, let's turn the spotlight on Tesla, a firm that never fails to intrigue. Today, Tesla's stock closed at $342.69, slipping by 1.09%. There were a few numbers tossed around regarding their performance, with some suggesting a slightly different closing at $342.58. Whatever the case, the stock clearly faced some resistance today, trading in a narrow band of highs and lows. Trading volumes were below the norm, too, hinting at a more subdued day for Tesla enthusiasts. From a technical standpoint, Tesla's indicators paint an interesting picture. The relative strength index sat at 61, a sign that the stock is neither too hot nor too cold right now. Meanwhile, the MACD holding steady suggests positive momentum isn't just a flickering flame. Tesla still rides high above its critical moving averages, indicating a longer-term uptrend, which might comfort the bulls out there. On the fundamental side, Tesla's market cap stands tall at around $1.10 trillion, but its high PE ratio signifies hefty growth expectations are already baked into the stock's price. Analysts seem to have mixed views, with targets hovering around $349.48 and some median estimates hitting $380. However, not everyone's on board, as a strikingly low DCF valuation of $51 suggests. A broader look at their recent performance reveals Tesla outdid the S&P 500 by quite a stretch, with a 20.6% jump in the last month. This despite a dip in their quarterly revenues and worries over shrinking profit margins. Analysts are expecting future earnings to echo this contracting trend, but only time will tell how Tesla navigates these waters. Turning our gaze to other crucial financial dynamics, economic indicators released today show the PCE price index rose, while the core index reached its lowest since March 2021. Minutes from the Fed's May meeting made clear that economic uncertainties, especially around tariffs, have influenced their rates strategy. The central banks in Europe and Canada are also in the spotlight, with expected rate cuts that could steer market sentiments further. Amidst all this activity, volatility indicators like the VIX show signs of steadiness, a subtle whisper of calm in what has been a choppy market sea. Meanwhile, the US dollar's recent fluctuations added another layer to today's tapestry of financial narratives. Let's shift gears to some investment tips as we wrap up the day. Given current market conditions, staying informed and agile is the name of the game. For Tesla investors, understanding the blend of fundamental factors and technical levels can illuminate the path forward, even as external economic pressures play their part. That's it for today's episode of Tesla Stock Daily Drive. Thanks for joining me as we navigate through these financial winds. Remember, when the dust settles, only the truth remains. Until next time.